Those 18 to 24 make a lot of noise. They're vocal, but they don't show up when it comes to the polls. This year, early indicators showing that that's changing, and a lot of people are working very hard to make sure that that happens. Rainier Avenue Studios, the familiar voice of Tony B is heard leading a dulcet-toned youth movement. Or at least he's trying to.
We talked to them about things like voter suppression and barriers to voting, the timeline for voting, so people know when they actually got the right to vote and why it's so important and why it's so critical.
A new program, the Student Election Connection, has an ambitious mission: tune a generation of new voters into politics.
18 to 24, as we know, was the demographic that voted the least in 2016. And oftentimes voter apathy comes from not feeling connected. And so what we want to do is make sure that they understand that if you're not part of the sphere of influence, you can still be connected to these issues.
Something more young people than ever are already figuring out.
I think this may be the highest turnout. It still remains to be seen, but I think for young voters, this may be the highest turnout presidential election since potentially in the past 30 years.
Young faces and voices have been seen and heard on the front lines of this year's social movements.
They have a tremendous opportunity here to play a role in shifting the direction of American politics towards their priorities.
Take Seattle native turned USC student Taylor-Corinne Benton. With her classes online, she's now volunteering as the show's program coordinator.
This, if anything, was a prime time to really get this program up and start, because now people are starting to realize the privilege that they may have, the privilege that they may lack, and really where they stand in our society.
A society that her generation truly may have the opportunity to change. And that radio show, it's being listened to not just in Seattle, but across the state and across the country. In fact, some schools even making it part of their curriculum. For more information, look for this story on King5.com. In Seattle, Sebastian Robertson, King 5 News.